My name is Vincent Karuru, Director ICT Mount Kenya University, and I'm here to take you through the online examination procedure. We are going to start with the guidelines. The guidelines has 3 sections. One is the purpose, that is to facilitate understanding and adherence to the online examination, expectation and requirements. 2.0 is on pre-online examination instructions, and part number 3 is on the actual examination instructions. The students are advised to make sure that the machines they'll be using during the examination have enough power, they have enough connectivity, because the success of this examination is on good internet connection. The students have also been provided with support lines, which are available in our student portal and in our e-learning portals. In case of technical support, the technical hitches, they can contact the academic division or ICT for support. We have also provided an online link in our student portal, that is assessment.mku.ac.ke, /portal, where the student will be able to take the exams from. The other thing is that the students need to know is that they need to make sure they can log in before the day of the exam, and once they log in, they need to ensure that they change their password to protect their accounts. Then, lastly, students need to be aware that of the resources they require during the examinations. We understand some papers are in chemistry, in physics and mathematics. They may require scientific calculators. They may require log tables. Those resources they are supposed to have during the exam. On section 3, the actual day of the examination, students are advised to, 1, skim through all the examination questions, scroll and read all part of the questions, answer the easiest question first in order to build confidence, and number 4, answer and save the answers for each question, and finally, to pay attention to time. Those are the guidelines that have been available to the student, and they are available in the student portal where they can download. Now, I want to take you to the actual online platform, and as I said, the online platform is assessment.mku.ac.ke. This link has been provided in the student portal, and the students have their username and passwords to log in, and once they log in, get that. The first thing is to make sure they secure their account by going to account and clicking modify details, enter the current password, enter the new password, and verify. Then click on update. Once that has been done, the student can now proceed to membership. Under membership, they'll get a list of units on offer which they registered for in the previous semester, and an additional one worksite which is named January-April sample exam for practice. Now, during the day of the exam, the student will click on January-April, so the sample exam or specific exam. For example, if you are taking business studies, whose is BBM 1101, they'll go to that unit, BBM 1101, then click on the unit, then goes to test and quizzes, because the other features have been disabled, do not be having any resources. We'll just go straight to test and quizzes. And under test and quizzes, you'll get your examination there. So the system keep tracks of the number of submissions that have been done. And since this is a practice exam, you are allowed to submit more than once. But in the actual examination, the submission is only once. So what of importance to note is that the title of the exam, the title of the exam here, the time limit, and due date, so that the student is expected to work within that time limit. Then, once you click practice exam, you'll get some notification, of course, confirming the unit code, the title, and the details of the paper. Then some instructions there. You have started this assessment. So, for example, if you had started and you had started this assessment and you had not completed, the system will allow you to continue from where you had stopped. First, I want to submit this one so that we can start afresh. So if you click practice exam, then the instructions are very clear. This assessment is due on that date and time specified there. And once you click on the begin assessment, you'll have 3 hours to complete this paper. What happens is that when you click assessment, you have to finish within the time that has been indicated. If, for example, you click and you begin assessment and you don't complete by that time, the system will automatically submit whatever will have been answered at that point. Then the other thing that you need to do is to honor pledge before you start the examination, before you can begin the assessment. And it says, I will neither give nor receive aid on this assessment. Then you click begin assessment. The exams has 3 sections. 3 parts. Part 1 has general instructions and general information. Then we have section A, and section B. If you look at on the right hand side, we have the question progress. At the point you click begin assessment, the system generates the questions for you. And as you can see from this question progress, we have part A, which is general instructions and general information, and it has 0 questions. Part 2 has 5 questions, and part 3 has 4 questions. So in total, we have 9 questions, and so far, none has been answered. If you look at the key here, the one that is shaded are the answered questions, and 0 unanswered. The other part that is very important is the title and the instructions highlighted there. First is the advanced examinations of the academic year, the school, the department, and the programs where that unit is offered, the unit code and the unit title, and then the instructions. Instructions are answer all questions in section A and any other 2 questions in section B. So as you can see from our progress questions here, we will be required to answer all the 5 questions in section A and only 2 in section B. But the system has already generated 4. At this point, you can preview the questions. You can choose either to click on the question to go to that question directly, or you can click next from here, and you can hide this bar here. You can also hide the timer, and you can activate or deactivate depending on the need. Next, so you click next to go to part 2, and part 2 is section A, answer all questions in these sections. So the question 1 is, for example, list the 4 symptoms of COVID-19 infection. This is a sample question, and we are saying, so there's a text box that has been provided there. This type of question the answer has to be typed here because it doesn't provide a provision for attachment. So students are supposed to be aware when they find such a question, they have to key in the data directly in this text box, and they cannot attach. So to start, you need to activate the rich text editor if you need to, by clicking that button. Then you can now type in your answer directly on this platform. So for example, if I need to put some bullets, I can put that, and I can answer the first question there, the first answer, sorry. Now, one of the advantage of this rich text editor is it saves your work automatically. But remember, you can always click on save at any given time. We are through with question 1, so we click next. You can click next to go to question 2. And question 2, as you can see, is a mathematics question. It says evaluate the function, evaluate, and the function has been attached there. So what you'll do as a student, and the instructions are very clear, click browse to locate the file and click upload. So you'll take the piece of paper, do the exam, do the question, answer the question. If you use more than one paper, is okay. Take the photo of those papers, save them in your computer, then you upload. The system takes a maximum of 40 MB per file. So once you have done that, you'll click on choose. You indicate, for example, where the file is, that is the file, and click upload. If, for example, you have more than one file, you can still go back and upload the other file, like that. And as you can see, you need to remember to click upload, and as you can see here, you have your answers for this question, and it has 2 files upload. Then you click next to move to the next question. The next question is on communication skills. So you activate the rich text editor. You go through the question carefully. Then you go to the answers. For example, you can write, maybe the answer is that. Complete. Like that. Automatically, the rich text editor saves your work, but you can also click on save at any given time. Next, we go to question number 4. If you look at our progress here, the system shows us we have answered question 1, 2, and 3, and we are remaining with 4 and 5. So the question is draw a well-labeled diagram of a human heart. So this one is a file upload. We don't have a provision of typing. So you click on choose file. You'll answer the question. Then after you've answered the question, you'll scan or take a photo, then upload. Once you're through, you'll click on next to move to the other question. Question number 5 is a multiple choice question, and is asking the largest excreted organ of a human body is. So you'll choose the right answer, the one that you think is okay, is correct, then proceed by clicking next. We are through with section 1, and now we are in section 2. Section B has 4 questions. So if you go to the progress, you'll find we have question 6, 7, and 8. And here, the instructions are answer any 2 questions from this section. What you need to do is you can look at question 6, go to question 7 by clicking here or clicking next, and for you to choose the simplest question. For example, you find maybe you're comfortable with question number 9. You start with number 9, and you'll come and select. You see, if you look at this question, it has section A, B, and C, and the total is 20 marks. So what you need to do is you can, because you need to provide answer for each and every question, you can copy that and paste here. Then activate the rich text editor. Then you can separate the first question, part A, and also separate part B and C. You can provide your answer here. The answer for A. You can have your answer for B here. And answer for C, like that. Now, if you'd like to make it bold, you can make the questions bold to differentiate them from the answers. like that. This is the normal rich text editor, and then you can proceed. In case you want to add, you can add. It can hold up to 32,000 characters, so you have your answers for that question there. Then this is question number 9, and we have not finished, so we can go back to the previous question and evaluate and see. This is question number 8, is a mathematics question. If you're comfortable with this, you can still go back and check the other question, number 7. Let's say we are more comfortable with number 8. So you'll click here. This is the file upload question. You'll go through your question carefully, and you find this question is related. That's why it has so many sections. So here, you may be required, depending on the working, to upload more than one file. So you'll do the work, scan them, or take a photo, and label them nicely, section question according to the numbers, so that you don't make mistakes when uploading. Then you choose the file. You go to, for example, let's say this is for number 1. This is for part A. You upload. Then you can go to part B. Maybe it's a different file. If it cannot fit in the same, you click there. It is advisable that you separate. Even if you separate them, it's better for easy marking. Then you choose another file, like maybe those 3 files. Let's say those are the 3 files that you want to upload. And you can, if you upload the wrong file by mistake, then you can remove and upload the right one. Now, if you look at our progress, and we have our time remaining here, and we also have our progress here to guide us. We have answered question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, section A, which is compulsory, and we have answered question 8 and 9, and we are required to do that. So remember, at this point, you can proceed and submit. If you are sure that everything that you did is okay, you can come here and still add some text there. And now we are in this is the last question. So at this point, you can, if you are comfortable with whatever you have done, you can submit. So once you click submit for grading, the system will give you a warning or a message telling you're about to submit this assessment for grading. Click submit for grading if you really want to submit for grading. Otherwise, click previous to return to the previous page. At this point, you can still go back because you have some time remaining and improve on your work and then submit. But if you're sure that you have done the right thing, you can click submit. Once you click submit, you can never go back to this. And remember, when you click begin assessment, the system is automatically tracking the time that we are spending on your questions. So if, for example, like you have done your 3 hours or 2 hours, depending on the timing of the exam, has elapsed, the system will automatically close and submit whatever you have done. Not that you can, if, for example, like the exam is available up to today, midnight, and you started the exam at 11 midnight, you only have 1 hour to do. By the end of that 1 hour, whether you have submitted or not, the system will submit what you have done. So let's click submit, and the system will give you a confirmation message. A code has been generated, and the date and time that you submitted. Then you click continue, and you'll be able to see that all the submitted assessments will appear here. This one is a practice exam. That's why you find that you can still go back and redo. So we are requesting students, once they get this, they go to get this platform, they can practice, because as you practice, you'll may get different questions. So like now I can start again, and each time you get different questions, but those are the exams, the kind of questions or the format of questions that you would experience in the real environment. Now, finally, as I complete, in case you encounter any problem, remember we have our contacts, we have our students, we have we have our student support line. For example, from the student portal, you can send. We have those links here. Let me share with them. For the student portal, you can log in and send your query from there. We also have an email for academics, where you can send academic issues. For example, especially if you encounter a problem during the time of exams, we have info for general inquiries and customer care. We have MIS support for technical support, and we have the link assessment.mku.ac.ke, the first one, where all examinations will be done from. That link has been dedicated for exams only, and the other systems will still continue for conducting learning and teaching and learning. Thank you very much. I hope this will guide you and be preparing you for the online examinations. Thank you.
These televised lectures supplement our robust online learning going on our MKU online platform. You can view more on our televised lectures via our online platform. We are in a digital era, and Mount Kenya University knows this. The following are the steps to follow so as to complete your online application. Download the application form from the website www.mku.ac.ke. Attach copies of your academic certificates and ID. Pay the application fees via M-Pesa pay bill number 270988. Your ID is the account number. 2,000 shillings is the charge for a postgraduate. You can also deposit in the bank accounts provided on the website. Then email all the above to apply@mku.ac.ke.